Speaking of roll, why am I in a bowl?
And welcome back, everyone, to a new Toostupidgamerz playthrough, episode 2 of Crash 4. It's about time. With your boy Zero.
And I'm Nanners, and you're probably saying it's about time they started this episode, so why don't we get into it?
Yeah, but first of all, I wanna change things up because another thing they did in this game, which they also did in the remakes of 1 through 3, is you can play as Coco.
Ooh.
Yeah, not only that, we also have skins. So, yeah, we have our original skin, freaking adorable. Also a freaking caveman skin, upgrade skin, and 360 no scope.
Yeah. No, it's really cool that they did, and we literally played like, what, 3 levels, and we already got a bunch of skins, so that's not too bad.
So yeah, let's go into this.
We did 1 episode, and that was equivalent to getting 3 skins. I mean, you can't go wrong with that kind of deal.
You really can't. And the thing is, you would think the skins wouldn't matter, but when you start matching the skins to the levels you play, you're like, you know what, this feels right. I kind of like how they did that.
It's a good pairing.
Yeah. Oh my god, the biker Crash costume was so good.
Yeah. No, I like that. I think, if anything, that would give me extra incentive to not die as much as possible. Because then I'm like trying to go for that one diamond, the one for not dying that much.
Oh, you see this VHS tape?
Yes, I do.
This gives you even more levels to play. They're more like challenge levels. Oh!
So that's the one where it's like a remix of a previous level?
No. The remix of the previous levels are the ones we're playing right now. They come in later. Like, you get access to them much later.
Oh, okay, I see. And by which remix of a previous level, I mean just this level, but it has something different about it. Not
Yeah.
a remake of a level from a previous Crash game.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Video games have gotten so, like, remake heavy that it's kind of even just hard to talk about for the ones to know shit. You know, the other day I picked up a game called Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I swear I feel like I had a problem finding the Final Fantasy VII in there. I don't know what they were doing with that.
Yeah, in all honesty, it wasn't really much of a remake. It's a new game.
No, it's not a remake. It isn't a remake. It's what I have a friend online found through our streaming community, but Greatest Gamer, he put it really well. Actually, he was talking about Resident Evil. It's not a remake, it's a reimagining.
Yep.
That's basically what it is, and that definitely applies to 7 because you see the Final Fantasy 7 bits in there, but it's different. It's definitely not the same thing. Not to mention, guys, I don't want to ever pay $60 for a remake, even though it's the first like 15% of the original game. Like, what the fuck?
Also, you see that red thing there?
Yeah.
That gives you even more of the level to play, and whatever boxes appear in that part count towards a total. So you can't 100% this until you find the red gem that makes that thing appear so that you can get the rest of the boxes to 100% this level.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it's just tough. Now, going back to Final Fantasy VII, which, by the way, I don't know about you, but I actually enjoyed my playthrough of it. I thought it was good. It's just not Final Fantasy VII.
I think it's a fine standalone game, but I legitimately wish I just didn't buy it because it wasn't the experience I was expecting.
Fuck my life.
If you are expecting a Final Fantasy a remake of the PlayStation 1 classic game Final Fantasy VII, you are not getting that. You are getting a retelling of that story, kind of, and also it has a bunch of other things to it, and it's kind of grindy RPG. That's what you're getting.
I mean, let's not split hairs here. Final Fantasy VII, the original, was also kind of fucking grindy. All right, we're talking about a 90s RPG game with limited things to do.
It was. I just felt like they put a lot of focus on side questing, and
oh yeah,
the game by itself. If you look at the original Final Fantasy VII, it's already so long by itself.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you would want to take it and accordion it out to like 3 times the length. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of agree. Final Fantasy VII was so goddamn long, it's such a big game that I said to myself, am I even 1% through the original part? yet because it was taking a while.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is though? I was just like out of sheer curiosity. I was just trying to after I played Final Fantasy VII, after I finished it, I wanted to check out the original just a little bit. I wanted to basically play to the same point where the remake ends, just to kind of compare them. And yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, you get through that part very fast. It's not a very long part of the game too. So they somehow took that. Very nice, by the way. They somehow took that and turned it into a $60, 40-hour experience.
Yo, 40 hours, man! That took so long.
It's just, to me, it's I don't know. I'm not for it.
I like the new experiences I'm getting with the new game. I'm excited for the next part. I'm just like, damn, I have to wait now.
That's another thing. It's gonna take. It gives me really bad vibes.
I missed the box.
It gives me really bad vibes of Kingdom Hearts situation.
Yeah.
Where, how long have people been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3? Dude, if it took them that long to make Final Fantasy VII the remake, and it's not even the full game, and it's only a tiny part of the original game, then how long do you think it's gonna take until they end the entire game?
Dude, we're talking about a Marvel Cinematic Universe shit.
Yeah, we're talking, and you're talking at least. I talked to a lot of people. They said, "Oh, you know what? It's probably not gonna be too many parts." No, I think it's gonna have to be at least 4 parts.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, it's gonna be 4 parts. I'm gonna say it when he's done, but you said it for me.
Or more, or even more, because there would be no way they're gonna give you a tiny chunk and then stretch out the content. Then yeah, it's gonna have to be, unless for some reason they change things up in the next one, which they said that they were gonna change it up for the next part.
Dude, everything's already changed up. I mean,
they said that it was gonna be to expect something else for the next one. So maybe they'll suddenly like get through more of the story as opposed to less of it. But I don't feel confident in that. I think Square Enix sees that, look, this is gonna make a lot of money, and we're gonna basically be able to milk out what would have been a one-time $60 purchase into several times $60 purchase. So that's why we're gonna. I legit think I'm just gonna watch someone stream the next game. I don't think I'm gonna buy it.
oh, I'm definitely gonna buy it myself. My brother and I, we loved the first part. There's no way I'm gonna miss out on the next parts, especially because they changed up the story so much. Like, spoiler alert, I'm actually not gonna spoil it too much. A character that was supposed to be dead is now alive.
Yeah, they did a lot of changing stuff up. They also show you Sephiroth every 5 fucking seconds in that game, even though he doesn't appear in this part at all.
I mean, he technically sorta did. Look at that. I got 5 out of the 6.
Yo, GG.
But I still missed.
But you were still missing 15 boxes.
Not only that, well, remember that red gem thing that I told you? There's no way I'm gonna be able to get it until I get the red gem.
Yeah, wow.
But yeah, now it is your turn.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I tend to have a pretty stodgy, close-minded view on the remake, but it just pisses me off, because...
Yeah, look, I know.
I was so looking forward to the exact experience from playing Final Fantasy VII with the turn-based system. I really wanted that turn-based system, but just on modern-day hardware. It would have been so badass.
And looking better, and playing better, and maybe a few new tweaks, like they did to the remakes of Spyro, Crash, and
AmIEviL.
Oh my god!
I wanted the AmIEviL experience. That's basically what I wanted, but they didn't give that to us, and I'm just not happy with it overall. I feel like Square kind of dropped the ball, and it's and at the very least, just take remake out of the title. Just call it something else. Call it Final Fantasy VII Resurrection. Revengeance,
you know what?
Fucking whatever.
No, not revengeance. That is one of the stupidest fucking words to ever use in a fucking game title. I'm sorry I'm cursing so much, but screw that title. Who thought of revengeance and thought, oh, this will be a great title for a Metal Gear Solid game?
I believe it was Kojima. But yeah, no.
Kojima, get off the crack.
Take remake out of the title. It makes no sense to call that a remake. It's not a remake. It's something different.
Now, Resurrection, I'm actually down with. That actually makes a lot more sense. Because they are resurrecting a lot of people.
Call it Sephiroth's resurrection, because you just can't get, they can't get enough of Sephiroth in it. And that was another thing that, to me, it kind of just seems like they're just trying to bank so hard on nostalgia. That's just what video games do now. But I mean, man, Am I gonna be able to get it?
Yeah, you can. You can walk back. Who says you can't? There you
I
go.
can jump on it. Ah,
I mean, you can just destroy it.
there you go.
You can just hit it.
It would have been fine to just hit the
Yeah, the
dynamite?
TNT. Because it explodes in 3 seconds.
I see.
So it gives you enough time to... There you go. Oh, that's gonna burn you!
Oh, I didn't even see that. It's so hard. I'm paying attention to all the boxes and everything that's in front of the character that I'm like not even aware of. Oh, hey, there's something in the background I need to pay attention to too.
Anyway, what was that? What were we talking
Oh,
about?
you don't get it.
Oh, you don't get the Wampa?
The golden one, the big one.
Damn, alright. So I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
But no, we were talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake, or as we should call it, Resurrection.
I was just gonna say, like, it's so obvious that they're just... Like, they just don't give a shit. They just want to make money off of this, like, purely. Because if they really wanted to make a remake, they would just give us a remake. They didn't do that. If they... Look at how hard they're pushing Sephiroth in this new game when he doesn't even need to be there. If it's supposed to be a remake, he's not... He has no place in that part of the game. He doesn't. Sephiroth doesn't come until later, but they're like, how are we gonna make a Final Fantasy game and Final Fantasy VII and push it out to people? And there's no Sephiroth. All right, whatever. Let's just arbitrarily put Sephiroth in at all times. Cloud will get flashbacks like every 5 seconds.
No, but that makes sense.
Sephiroth.
That makes sense story-wise why he would get flashbacks. But I do see what you mean. Like, Sephiroth wasn't supposed to be in the first part.
No, he wasn't. But they needed to put him in because it's kind of like... It's kind of like, yeah, I mean, they're trying to bank on that nostalgia. It's like, oh, Final Fantasy, there's Sephiroth in this game. It's like, there's no Sephiroth in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, what?
But no, that's the thing. You know very well that would happen. Especially people who haven't played the original and don't want to play the original because of how it looks. Yes, those people exist. What the fuck is wrong with them? But the real issue is, especially as a creative, because let's be honest, it's Tetsuya Nomura, right?
Yeah, Nomura.
As a creative guy, I kind of understand where he's coming from, where he wants to just make things almost the same, but not exactly. He wants to give a new experience, and especially for people who are new to it and want to know more about Final Fantasy, expand more on what's going on. But I also see what you mean.
You know what's funny, and I'm glad that you brought it up, but after playing Final Fantasy VII Remake and knowing everything that I had heard about Kingdom Hearts, I think I don't like Tetsuya Nomura. It made me like him less. I feel like he took a very straightforward task, which was to remake 7, and it just filled it with side quests like it's some kind of sandbox game, and he messed with all the story that I was kind of hoping for, and yeah, just gave us whatever that was. That's pretty much what. What's that crate do?
Oh, it just burns you. What you have to do is wait until it stops burning. There you go, just hit it. But no, I see your point. However, as a guy who likes new experiences with old IPs, I'm down with whatever they did with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I just don't like the idea, just like you, that I'm gonna have to spend another 60 for the next part. And
yeah, they're gonna nickel and dime you all the way to the end of the story. And again, it is a very long story.
So again,
I can't get this VHS tape?
You can't. You have to reach it in every level without dying.
You know, I'm not gonna do the bonus this time. I guess I have no choice.
That's too late.
I guess I have no choice.
Once you touch it, you're going. But no, yeah, it does feel like you're getting nickel and dimed. It's gonna be frustrating having to wait. But here's the thing, as we all know, they made the first one. They have the engine. They know the graphical style they're going for, so all the creative stuff that needs to be done beforehand. Ooh.
Oops. I ground pounded when I shouldn't have.
I mean, whatever. You don't have to do it now. But yeah, they already have the engine.
Oh shit.
They already have the engine, they have the art style, they have an idea of what they're gonna do when they're done with their break.
You know he's not gonna be on Final Fantasy 16, right?
He's not? Oh, okay, well...
That's what I had heard about, yeah.
Well then, hopefully we won't get a whole convoluted storyline shit with...
Yeah, I also... Again, I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but... We need to get off this topic before we piss off all the Final Fantasy people, but The thing is, again, at the very end of the game, where what's supposed to
just jump over him.
Just jump over him. Okay.
Yeah, jump over his saw because he's just gonna chop you.
At the very end of the game, what we were basically supposed to get is, like, it doesn't make sense to do the story like that. Stop it.
You have to just jump and hit his face. Look, the game pitied you so much it gave you a mask. And you just lost it. You lost the pity mask.
I lost the pit. He lost the pity mask! It's fine, we're playing it on modern, so there's no... We're playing the scrub edition, so it's not, there's no issue here.
Yo.
What? Alright, hold on. Let me finish this thought and then we move on. We're not gonna talk shit about the remake anymore. But basically, like, the point where the game is supposed to end. In the original game, nothing amazing happens there. So it's almost like... Whatever the ending had to be
Yeah.
They had to do something that wasn't originally there. They had to do something different regardless, because the game couldn't just end, oh, we got outside of Midgar, roll the credits. There was no way they were gonna do that.
Yeah, they had to have some sort of final battle.
Yeah, and that final battle
was a pain in the fucking ass.
Oh my god, that final battle really made me realize how bad the AI in the remake is sometimes. Because you would just be, I would be running around and Tifa and Barrett were doing fuck all. They were doing absolutely nothing. And I'm like, guys, you realize we're trying to fight the final boss here, right? Why are you shooting at the wall, Barrett? Stop! Stop!
Well, I didn't have that experience, but that's probably because I played after everything got updated.
Oh, they did.
They did updates.
They did the update? Okay.
They updated the game a few times.
The AI was really bad when I played. There was a lot of stuff I didn't... Oh, and another thing, the classic mode was really terrible because just like the title of the game, it doesn't make any sense. There was nothing classic about it. Classic mode is basically just regular mode, but on easy steroids. That's what it was. On easy steroids, yes, that's the thing. Ah!
Oh, you gotta get on that platform. Oh, whatever. It'll come back down.
Yeah.
Go get the golden fruit.
Or treadmilling. But basically, yeah. Classic mode, I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I want the classic experience. Let me go for that. No, classic mode, what they decided to do was, it's the same exact thing as regular mode, except, like, it's easier. It's actually easier. So, what the fuck is the point of calling it classic mode? Just call it easy mode. If it's a difficulty, then just, yeah, call it that. I thought from the beginning they had said it was gonna include a classic mode. I thought we were gonna get a version where it was like, okay, you'll get to play turn-based, since originally it's not. But nope, no, they didn't do that. And again, I mean, you know, we all.
No, don't take that. Just go to the right. Never mind.
That was smart.
That was even smarter.
Shut up, I'm trying to rant and play this really difficult game. Leave me alone. It's tough. But yeah, so, I don't know, I'm pretty stodgy. After I played AmIEviL, I was getting a hype on the Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I thought to myself, oh my god, if we just get that, but with Final Fantasy VII, easy. Game of the year. Game of the year right there. But, yeah, I mean, you know. There was a very early part where I was just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna be very disappointed with this game.
I think the disappointment really comes because you were expecting something, you didn't get what you expected.
Yeah. Which comes from calling it a Final Fantasy VII Remake, goddamn.
Yeah. And I know, but as I've grown up, I've just basically said, alright, they're calling it this, or they're promising this, I'm just gonna expect practically nothing.
Shit.
And just try to enjoy it for what it is. So if you just take the Final Fantasy VII Remake...
It is a fine standalone game.
Yes.
I will concede to that. It's definitely a fine standalone game if you don't really care about the original. But then that also kind of, as a gamer, makes me like feel like, oh, that's kind of a shame because, you know, a lot of people could have gotten something that was close to the original, and like all the awesomeness that brought, the cool turn-based action, the silly voice acting, and...
Well, there was no silly voice acting in the original.
That's right. All the witty dialogue.
Yeah. Which, I'm sorry, I really like the voice acting in the remake. It helped. It helped breathe life into the characters.
But Cloud was kind of a weak character, though. I felt like he was just very bland. Not a lot of personality.
That was him in the original.
Not true. Not true. He was cracking jokes in the original.
He was? Damn, I gotta replay it.
Yeah, that's why I replayed it, because I was like, let's see what it's like compared to the original. And no, he like cracks jokes. He does have a little bit of a pulse to him. In this game, they just made him gritty main protagonist number 562335, and that's his role. Speaking of role, why am I in a ball?
I don't know. They could have easily made it for you to just run normally. This is kind of like a callback to one of the levels from Crash: The Wrath of Cortex.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
But it doesn't work exactly like it. You're basically just running. This doesn't change the mechanics.
Let's see.
Oh, so
Now you're
no, don't. Yeah, hit that. Don't leave yet. Go to the trash can all the way at the left. I think.
This one?
Yeah. All right, now spin that controller. You see that little car? Keep spinning the controller. Keep spinning it. Keep spinning it. Collect that green gem.
Wow!
That's how I found it, just because I was spinning everything. I was like, oh, what's hidden here? Oh, what happens if I spin that controller?
Yeah, that's definitely one you'd have to be looking for to find it. Holy shit.
That's cryptic.
That is cryptic.
So anybody who's playing through Crash and you're wondering where the fuck that green gem is,
There you go.
you're welcome.
I think we might as well go for the gems that you know. Like,
Oh no, I know how to find them all. The red gem we actually passed already, because that was like in the second episode.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in the second, sorry. This is the second episode. Second level. Which you can go back and get, it's just...
Or technically, isn't that the second area?
No, it's second level, not the second area.
Bye-bye.
That green thing, hit it. Don't worry about it. It just destroys all the nitro crates you passed before. And it ups your count.
That's a weird mechanic.
No, that's been around since like Crash 2.
Alright. Yeah, I think we have about time for another... If we could do it in like 8 minutes, I think it would be good.
Yeah, so actually, let's go get that red gem, because that'll be easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet, yeah. Holy crap. It's...
Yeah, we spent most of the freaking episode speaking about Final Fantasy VII.
We're both such ranty motherfuckers, but like I could go on and talk about it, because I have a very old school approach to just like the media I enjoy. So to me, again, I really wanted that classic feel. But it's all good. It's whatever. Look, I'm not trying to begrudge no one. If you enjoyed it, just like Zero did over here,
yeah,
more power to you. More power to you. That's just something that I don't have to buy, but you can enjoy. And speaking of enjoying, I'm definitely enjoying my time playing this game. It's giving me a little bit of flashbacks to Twinsanity here and there.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure.
Which I'm actually hoping, talking about remakes, I'm hoping they take the ideas from Twinsanity and they make a 5th Crash game, like another sequel. Because I want that. I want that. Like, they took the idea of the 4 masks and made this game. From Crash, The Wrath of Cortex.
Is that so?
Yeah, and I love that they did that. It works so much better here. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, man, you know what franchise really needs something to be done with it, and people have on occasion talked about this on Twitter, but somebody needs to go to Nintendo's headquarters, possibly wearing a big fursuit with a megaphone, and scream at the top of their lungs. But somebody's got to make another Advance Wars game. That series is so good, and it's underrated, and the company that should be making them is just making Fire Emblem.
Oh Christ, they need a break.
Take a break from... Again, much love to everybody that loves Fire Emblem. You guys got so many great games for sure. Take a break from Fire Emblem. Let's do some Advance Wars. Let's get a proper Advance Wars sequel on the Switch. On the Switch, that would be so sick.
So, here's how you get the red gem. You see that little carving on the right? It's telling you which platforms to touch first so you can find it. So you have to go from all the way to the left, go around in a swirl to the middle.
Wow.
I didn't notice that back then. I had to find that online. So here, oh god,
Dude, you got lucky. So you have to, you just have to it activates by you touching the platforms.
Yep.
That is cryptic.
You also,
I love it, and I love that it's like a little drawing on the wall.
yeah. You also get a little jingle every time you touch the right platform.
I was even having problems with this section earlier just because I thought to myself, like, oh man.
There's a red gem.
I want to get those boxes. I wanted to get those boxes, but it looks so tough.
No, I thought the same thing. It took me at least 5 tries to get all the boxes. Like, I'm not even joking.
Oh man.
Oh, there's a hidden gem.
Ooh. Oh, we're gonna need to check all our skins after this.
No, I don't think we unlocked a new skin just yet.
Oh no?
I don't think so. Maybe when I can. Actually, no. Wait, did we get all the boxes before? Because I sure didn't this time. Because the game kind of gives you a few skins from the beginning.
Oh, it's like a little taste. And
Yeah.
the rest of them are harder to get. Okay. That's fair.
Ooh, baby. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, this is really. This makes me wish I played through Twin Sanity. Sorry, the Insane Trilogy, because I didn't.
I mean, do you want to borrow it? Because I'm not touching it.
I think I have it.
Oh, through AJ?
Yeah.
Oh, might as well then.
So, but I'm kind of got my plate full with gaming at the moment.
No, I gotcha. I understand.
What are you playing through at the moment? Outside of, you know, TSG stuff.
Damn it. So I recently completed this game like 2 weeks ago. And, yeah, I basically started doing some research for my next review, which you guys will see in a few weeks.
Ah.
Well, maybe it'll already be up by the time this episode goes up.
Very likely.
And yeah, I mean, you just brought over Rick and Morty Virtual Reality.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So I might just start playing through that to completion.
Oh, better question.
Yeah.
When's the last time you touched your PSVR?
Oh my god. That was last month.
It was 4 years ago.
It was last month. My brother had come over to visit, and I was taking care of my cousin's kids. My brother hadn't touched a VR in obviously a long time, and he wanted to play, what's that space game that everybody lost their minds over?
Rocket Arena, Rocket.
No,
Arena?
not Rocket League.
Not Rocket.
No
League.
Man's Sky.
Oh, okay.
Because it has a new VR option to it. It has a VR version.
I was thinking of Star Blood Arena or Star something Arena.
Not at all.
Gotcha.
So he wanted to try it. I connected it, and we both enjoyed it.
Does it work well in PSVR?
Oh, it does.
Okay.
It's just, you know, you have both wands, and you basically have to just jump to where you want to go instead of walking.
Nice.
I mean, kind of like what they did in Rick and Morty. But yeah, here are the, guess, bonus levels.
The
So-
VHS tape.
The VHS tapes. These are supposed to be recordings of Crash's training before the first game took place. So, I mean, I can start this up just to show it. I don't think we'll have time to actually play through it. But you'll see. Like, it'll put you in Cortex's castle, and it's just basically completing obstacles, just running through, but all 2D, side-scrolling.
Experiment log. Bandicoot subject trial number
Yeah, what I always respect about Crash is that it's a classic platforming game that is able to do both 2D and 3D. I could totally respect that.
Yes! The crates are meant to be broken! They weren't placed as an impenetrable barrier!
Wow.
Redesign
Yeah.
the other test.
That's insane.
So at the beginning of this level, you kind of saw a date at the bottom right.
Yeah.
January 1st, 1996. Months before Crash breaks out of his castle in the first game. I think he breaks out in August. So yeah, this is his training.
The lore.
Yeah. And I love that they did this. Because I always wondered, what did Cortex just kidnap Crash one day and decide to do his whole experiment on him? No, apparently Crash went through all this. and it was never explained what happened beforehand, and I like it.
That's neat.
But yeah, this is just a little taste, so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Still alive? Interesting.
Thank you guys for joining us for this episode.
Absolutely. Let us know what you... We'll probably get some comments about the Final Fantasy VII Remake, but yeah, let us know what you think in general. Remakes, video games, what you've been playing lately, and...
Yeah, make sure to like this video. Make sure to leave us a comment, like Nanners said. Curse us out for all intents and purposes. We'll still respond. We'll still love you guys. And yeah, stay tuned for the next episode and for more awesome content.
Bye, guys.
See ya.